Thanks, Craig. Coming up, a couple of great fights. But first, chasing a place in the All-Star quarterfinals, Wild Thing and Dominator 2, both series semi-finalists in the fourth walls. And Jules, Dominator has actually beaten the very best in the past.
Well, Jonathan, as we know, Dominator 2, with their ferocious axe, destroyed the reigning champions, Chaos 2, in the Annihilators. So we think you boys are in with a chance of being the top player in this battle. What do you reckon?
No problem.
I'm confident. Now, what's your strategy going to be?
Drive straight in, axe through the disc.
Simple as that. Are you confident?
I am. We're Dominator. We're going to dominate that arena.
Fighting talk. Can we add to that?
We're going to tame that Wild Thing.
From Huntingdon, Cambridgeshire, Dominator 2.
A unique bi-wedge shape, 12 kilo slam from the pneumatic axe. It has a plasma nitride coated titanium shell, which means it's very tough, apparently.
Hi, we're Team Dominator. We've got Elliot Smart, Chris Hall, myself, Pete Halloway, and not forgetting the star of the show, Dominator.
Roboteers, stand by.
Peter Halloway at the controls of Dominator 2 and Nick Adams, of course, with the Wild Thing family. Dead Metal, one of our two house robots with a 3,000 RPM saw. And alongside, compatriots Killalot, the petrol-driven engine driving on the crushing floors.
3.
This for a place in the All-Stars quarter-final lineup. Dominator 2, with the power of that axe coming whacking down, and for the first time, really, Wild Thing have got that new spinning disc to work. You can just see the jut blades there onto the plasma nitride coated titanium shell. There at the controls of Dominator 2, Peter Halloway, a development engineer by trade. He's developed a fine engine out there with the bi-shape, and as long as it goes side by side with Wild Thing, it'll dodge that flywheel mechanism. Also, Wild Thing has the side spikes. You can just see them there, which can help if it needs self-righting. Dominator 2 slowly turning. I think what they're trying to do here is get a side-on attack as well there to get the axe down on the wheels. The wheels of Wild Thing are vulnerable. I thought they might be. But meanwhile, Wild Thing back on the attack. Oh, and there seems to have been some damage there on one of the wheels of Dominator 2. It's the right wheel now. It looks to be tattered. So that weaponry of Wild Thing has caused damage to Dominator 2. Who will be left standing at the end of this one? Suddenly, Dominator 2 is on the defensive and Wild Thing is doing all the work. Coming in again, look, to attack that wheel and the other wheel too. Wild Thing's giant cutting disc, 12 kilos of weight, 2 blades, 6,000 RPM, spinning dangerously, spinning madly, spinning with venom. But Dominator 2, progressive now, getting it underneath Wild Thing, a bit of reverse gear, then turns away, onto the arena sidewalk, down comes the axe. Peter is driving machine, Chris Hall is the robot weapons operator, an electric engineer by trade. Nick Adams, of course, is at the control of Wild Thing. He loves his electric guitar. At the moment, he's strumming a mean tune with the Wild Thing. It's going now, though. Way across the arena. Both robots have sustained damage, that's for sure, but both are still in there. Tigerish at the end. One robot to go through the quarterfinals, even if the judges will have to decide. The crowd won't like a decision one way or the other. A little bit of smoke coming out there. We're into the last 10 seconds. Which robot has sustained the most damage? Which has been the more aggressive? Because I feel sure, and indeed it will now, go to a judge's decision between Wild Thing and Dominator 2. And our 3 judges marking on style, control, damage, aggression. Let's see if we can find some pointers. Dominator 2, the more aggressive, but now look, missing its target with the axe. Wild Thing, meanwhile, was steadily, side by side, grinding away damage and mounting up the points. I don't know, because Dominator 2 was on the aggressive again, and bang, Wild Thing against the arena sidewall. Look at that, that was a wasted attack. And another, that'll count against it. Poor control, poor style. I think they've made their decision. They have. It's agreed. It's Wild Thing! Wild Thing have won it for Nick Adams, Isabel and Jake.
Well, we're doing a bit of a post-mortem in the pits there to really look at the damage. They did actually manage to get you, didn't they, on the wheel there?
They did. They took our brand new tyre out.
Was it a bit frustrating for you because we didn't see much of the Axe action? It seemed to be missing all the time. Why was that?
We were disappointed. We thought 4 out of 10, could try harder.
Yeah. So what do you think about the judge's decision then?
It was the right decision. Yeah.
Well, as you know, newcomers to the wars have to earn the right to fight. And on Extreme, that means taking on some of the veterans. Now, we'll be meeting the Robo-Rookies in a minute, but the team that are going to take them on is Dominator 2, the veterans. Now, team, what do you think the secret of your success has been so far? Why are you such a nails robot?
Well, it's a good design, it's reliable, fast, and it's got the axe of doom.
Ooh, confident?
We are.
Well, I've been having a little snoop around the pits, and I have met your opposition, and they say that you keep banging on about your plasma nitride coated titanium protection, which apparently is nothing more than paint.
Well, if that's what they think, let's get in that arena now.
From Huntingdon, Dominator 2.
A Series 4 semi-finalist, now improved with a unique bi-wedge shape and 12 kilos of slam from the pneumatic axe. It has a plasma nitride coated titanium shell. And once again, we've thrown in 2 house robots, Matilda with the tusk, and watch for that flywheel. It's devastating at the rear. Fighting with Matilda for us, Shunt with the diamond edge axe, the scoop, and the electric motor.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So we have green light for go from the ref bot and immediately Dominator 2 after the executioner who tries to press that pit release button once and twice and misses. Not great control then, and 3 times. I think they've done it just about in the end. Press the pit release button. Yes, there it goes. So what's the executioner going to do with it? Oh my goodness me! They do themselves straight into the pit! Well, it took them long enough to activate the pit release, and as soon as they did it, they went straight down. Mark Nenadich, Ian Sanford, and young David, well, they were big with the bravado, but out there, little control.
The executioner executed itself. Dominator is the winner. Not talking to you, is there? No. You didn't do anything. So bye-bye then. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominator 2!
From Deal in Kent, Dominator 2.
3 times UK Championship semi-finalists.
Is it true, the rumour, that your chopper's bigger than it was before?
It is.
That's some axe.
Oh, but it's just awesome. There's probably 1.5 tons of pressure on the tip. Loads of titanium, 6.5 mil at the front and back.
And
Nothing's going to go
ward off
through.
Hypno-Disc, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Fast at 20 miles an hour, 12mm polycarb base. The titanium armour is thicker. The axe has been sharpened, but can only hit targets immediately in front of them.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams. Dominator 2, Peter Halloway, Elliot Smart and Paul Tolliday. And together in that with Hypno-Disc, the Rose twins and Dad Ken. And Spawn again, Darren Hayden-Ball and Luke Chapman. And in the arena for you, we have the Sergeant. Attention for the flamethrower, please. And straining at the leash, Growler.
3, 2, 1.
Don't forget, 2 robots will survive this melee to go through to the All-Stars Heat 2 second round. Oh, Hypno-Disc up and over from Spawn Again's Flipper, but retreating to come again. Dominator 2 goes after the Hypno-Disc blade with the mighty sharpened weaponry. Remember, I told you, can only attack using that weapon if an opponent is directly in front of them. And you see Hypno-Disc was quick to get out of the way there of the Dominator 2 machine. At the controls, Peter Halloway. A side-on slam. Dominator 2 against the Arena Cyborg comes back-to-back with Hypno-Disc. We're not seeing great destructive force unleashed. Well, the blade has done nothing to Hypno-Disc's spinning weapon. Just glanced off it. Nothing at all. So we know that Hypno-Disc can survive against Dominator 2 unless it's flipped, maybe. Like that. Toppling, but down and okay. Dominator certainly seems to want to take on Hypno-Disc. Spawn again. Wisely keeping out of trouble thus far. Having the odd flip or two. Hypno-Disc in the middle. Can they get their weaponry spinning up to full velocity? Because that is key to me. It doesn't seem to be working at full strength. The blade has stopped. Hypno-Disc in trouble again. When the blade isn't at 100%, we know Hypno-Disc is very vulnerable. We've seen that in the past. They've stopped. Dominator 2 fighting it out with Spawn again. Well, the Rose boys look very, very worried. Dave and Derek, both engineers by trade. The ref one has to look. Hypno-Disc is over now. They're in great peril. I don't think they'll be able to self-right. They're being counted out. The axe of Dominator 2 isn't making great purchase, to be honest. That'll be a worry for later on in the competition. For the Dominator team, Hypno-Disc, they're out. They've gone. No longer in this competition, then, to be considered an all-star. Growler has them in its jaws. With the skid-steer system very quick across the arena floor. Oh. How about that for a push? Down the pit, the Hypno-Disc. If he lets go, dog with a bone and all that. Hypno-Disc KO, disappointingly so.
Hypno-Disc, immobilised. Spawn again, and Dominator 2, they go through.
Confirmation then that Spawn again have gone in the All-Stars Heat 2. Razor through to be either 13 Black or Dominator 2.
Very exciting. This is the workshop, and this is a naked Dominator 2 because they're still working on it. Hey, you've got a fight coming up with 13 Black, and you're still working on the robot. Why?
Well, we had a hard last battle against Hypno, so, you know, we're used to spinners now. We want to make sure we're ready for 13 Black.
OK, so are you doing extra work, or are you doing repair work?
No, we're fixing it.
You're fixing it.
Dominator 2.
There in the control booth, Peter Halloway, Elliot Smart and Paul Tolliday.
13.
For 13 Black, John and Tasha Denny, she's only 8, and Richard Morris.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Matilda in the CPZ of the arena for the house robots. And Dead Metal's serrated saw in there too.
3, 2, 1.
Record gives us green for go. 13 Blacks. Rushing roulette, I described it earlier on, up to 20 miles an hour, but bashed into by Dominator 2. I just worry about the actual effect of that axe. It looks rather grand, doesn't it? But 13 Black, unlucky for some, has dodged away from it. Oh! And gone straight into the CPZ and very nearly crashed into the spinning flywheel of Matilda, which glances into Dominator 2, turns it on its side. And now Matilda can come out to play. Not great driving initially by 13 Black, but Dominator 2 followed through into there and got caught. They're righted now, they can back away and come onto the onslaught. But they need to eradicate mistakes like that if they go through to meet Razor. 13 Black. Oh! As well, I was going to say depress the pit release button, they destroyed it. Dominator 2's axe has got a grip on one of the roulette wheels. Is holding on. Can they edge it slowly towards the pit? 13 Black trying to drive. Away, no. Heave, ho, to and fro. 13 Black holding on. Dominator 2 pushes. Oh, so now Dominator nearly backed in. 13 Black, look at this is great stuff. Oh, can are they doing this time? It's the immovable against the irresistible. 13 Black still fighting away. Dominator 2 nearly turned tortuously towards the pit once again. Don't go left, boys. Move away from the pit. 13 Black on the attack. Matilda there waiting. Who's going to repair that? I'm not too sure if we've got it in the budget. And Dominator 2, what is this love affair with the pit? Not even the 13 Black team can understand Dominator 2's tactics here. Oh, 13 Black! Well, they obviously don't want to go through a meat razor, either of these two. This is tremendous stuff. It's going to go to the judges. Well, they live dangerously.
Did you like that battle? Did you like that battle? What a right ding-dong. Too close to call. We're going to have to go to the judges while they're making up their considerable minds. Let's see the highlights.
Oh, did I see some shaking heads in the judges' pit there? I don't think they can quite believe what happened. Good attack by Dominator, but then flicked by Matilda as they went too close to comfort. They righted themselves with a little bit of help from 13 Black. Not great style from 13 Black, nor there from Dominator, nor there from 13 Black. Goodness me, they skirted that pit. Will the judges mark them down for that? What a battle it was. Stalemate in the end.
Well, the judges have made the decision. Now, you know what they're looking at. Style, control, damage and aggression. It was a right ding-dong battle. But they've gone for 13 Black! I think damage-wise, they caught you a good few wallops, and you had sort of very limited mobility there as well. You look at the drive had gone on one side.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we lost it on one side.
Disappointed?
A little bit, yeah.
It was a
But
great
it was,
fight,
but it was
though,
good.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a great fight.
Alrighty, well, it's all stars, and you are stars. Let's hear it. Dominator 2!